Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with
Michael Anthony Fitness.
And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this just doesn't work. Man, I'm excited, Michael. Are you excited this morning?
I'm excited.
This is his over ecstatic look right here. This is Michael Anthony, literally just doing backflips. And like I always say, he should play poker because you never really know when you look at Michael. I'm serious. That's him happy. But we are headed to Chantilly, Virginia, not far from my house, actually real close to Redskin Park for the CSA autograph show. Now, we've been here, I don't know, how many years have I been coming to this thing? I remember 2014 is when I first met Tony Romo, so it's been at least that long. But this show, it's great because they've got all kinds of legends and current players and stuff like that, unless you're a Redskin fan, that is. Redskins have Alex Smith and who else?
And some wide receiver.
Yeah, that's all they have, and they literally are in the Redskins' backyard. Cowboys-wise, oh my God. I'm a little disappointed because I was hoping to meet the Manster, Randy White, but he canceled. But Bill Bates is going to be there tomorrow. Bill Bates is one of my favorites and stuff. Sean Lee, Dak Prescott, Emmitt Smith's going to be there today. The Playmaker, Michael Irvin. We've got Rayfield Wright that's going to be there today. Charlie Waters, man, come on. Charlie Waters was an incredible story. Charlie Waters, they actually tried to make him a cornerback. And Charlie Waters stunk at cornerback. And this is one of those ones you can go back in NFL films. And Charlie Waters basically thought he was going to be cut from the team because he played so bad. And Tom Landry, the man with the funny hat, basically said, if I had 11 guys that played as hard as Charlie Waters did in that game, we wouldn't lose. And he switched him to safety. And boy, was he a hell of a safety. And he was part of that doomsday defense. And that's the amazing thing. See, you guys, most of you are young. Do you know who Charlie Waters is? Do you know if he's black or white?
I know he's black.
No. Charlie Waters is white. Oh, see? That's what I'm saying. You guys have no idea who I'm talking about. Charlie Waters is part of that doomsday defense, just like Randy White. And a story very similar to that, because when he came out, they tried him at linebacker. Randy White sucked at linebacker. Looked like a bust. But they put him in defensive tackle in the flex defense where they actually had the tackle back off the line a bit. And he became a Hall of Famer and the anchor of the doomsday defense. I really wish I could meet him because, growing up, those were guys that I idolized, as a kid. And I was fortunate enough to see all of the Dallas Cowboys Super Bowls, not in person, but to see them all live on TV. So when you see those old game films, yeah, I watched that on the TV screen that was this big. That was a big piece of furniture. So I'm excited as can be to get his autographs. Who else is going to be there, Mike?
Colin Green, Jay Novacek,
Zach Martin. Taco will be there tomorrow, too. So this is going to be a lot of fun.
Kevin Smith's going to be there too.
Kevin Smith, yep. So it's amazing how many Dallas Cowboy players will be here. And that goes to show you that Dallas Cowboy fans are truly popular. The fact that we have more Dallas Cowboy players here in the Washington, D.C. market than the freaking Redskins.
They don't have any legends coming.
That's sad. Redskins, you got to do better than this. And I'm hoping that I'll meet a bunch of you fans out there, man, because this is what it's all about. This is what I love about football is the camaraderie, the events and things like that. Of course, I miss the games, but at least we have this. And guys, 3 weeks from today, we'll be on the third round of the draft. God. I think it's only 148 days until the season kicks off. And it can't get here soon enough for me. How you feel that the Cowboys are going to do this year, Mike?
questionable?
You know what?
I can't say because I don't know about the coaching. That's what scares me the most.
I hate to say this to Cowboy fans. Don't sleep on the Dallas Cowboys because I always say you can't sleep on the Cowboys because things always happen late at night, late in the evening, and things like that. But here's what's going to happen this season, and it's one of those good news, bad news. The good news is the team is going to have a good season, I believe. And the bad news means that Jason Garrett will keep his job still. The NFL, look at it this way. Last year at this time, did you think the Rams were going to be any good after coming off a 4-12 season? Did you? Did you think the Eagles were going to be the Super Bowl champions? No. Last year at this time, everybody was saying, oh man, the Dallas Cowboys, man, they are built for the long haul. Their offensive line is ready to rock and roll. Zeke Elliott and Dak Prescott, players of the year, they're just going to blow everybody away. Wasn't nobody talking about the Rams. Wasn't nobody talking about the Eagles. They're talking about the Giants being, a Super Bowl favorite. So as we look at the Rams with all these players that they've signed and everything else, and the Eagles with all their players that they've signed and stuff, they still are headed for a quarterback controversy. I hate to tell you that. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is not going to be the same quarterback coming back, and he's going to rush himself to come back because there's going to be jealousy inside knowing that, hey, I got a ring with the team, but I didn't play in that game. This is my team, and he's going to want to get back out there and show everybody that this is his team. Similar to what RG3 did, and don't kill me, Eagle fans, I'm not saying he's RG3, but RG3 rushed his ass back out on the field. I looked at him in training camp, and I said, there's no way in the world he is going to be ready to start the season. With the knee brace, with him not being able to put pressure down on the leg to follow through on his throws, and it destroyed his career. But he is itching to get back out there. I know you hear all the love and everything else between Nick Foles, and Nick Foles knows that this is Carson Wentz's team. But when Nick Foles is sitting there on the sideline and he's going to watch Carson Wentz not play that well and the crowd's going to start booing and calling for Foles, you're headed for quarterback controversy. And you're bringing in too many new parts to adjust. It takes time to get those players acclimated to your system. I could be wrong, but I'm telling you, the Eagles, because of the first place schedule, because of the target on their back, are going to step back. Football is a game of cycles. We're getting higher draft picks this year. We're getting refocused. We're not the target and scrutiny that the Eagles are. You're going to see the Cowboys step back up and I believe win the division next year. Going to last season, I said, listen, nobody repeats in the NFC East since the 2003-2004 season. And that's exactly what happened. I thought my prediction was 10-6. I thought we would go 10-6. No, we were 9-7. One game off of what I thought. And people told me, you're wrong, man. They were 13-3, man. We might go undefeated. I'm like, you're crazy. It's the normal cycle of the NFL. A team is good, then a team's bad. Look at all the teams that were playoff teams the year before that. Us, Green Bay, New York, Seattle. This time last year, if I had said the Cowboys, the Giants, the Packers, and Seattle weren't going to make the playoffs, you would have said, stay off of Joe Boozeron. But that's in fact what happens in the NFL. The only ones that you can count on are New England Patriots being in the playoffs and the Cleveland Browns not being in the playoffs. And that's not going to change anytime soon. So, Mike, we're halfway there. The doors open up in 15 minutes. Who's the first person up that we're going to see?
I'm not even sure.
You can't remember? Was it Cordell Green?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, we're going to be getting lots of footage and stuff today. I don't know how the signal will be, if I can get videos up from the place or not, but we're definitely going to try to get some stuff. If not, we'll have it all for this afternoon. And I can't wait. I met the Playmaker at the Super Bowl in Detroit. I want to say that was 2007 maybe, and that was when he got snubbed for the Hall of Fame. And I'm bringing that picture of him and me from the commissioner's party to get him signed, and I'm going to be curious to see what his reaction is if he looks at that and says, "Oh, where was this at?" It was crazy because I remember it like it was yesterday, because you had Jerry Jones was there, of course, with Emmitt Smith, and they had their whole table and stuff set up, and the whole crowds were all around them. You know, everybody wanted to get around them. And here was Michael Irvin, who just found out like an hour and a half earlier that he wasn't going to be in the Hall of Fame that first year. He's over standing by one of the food tables by himself, and nobody, and I mean nobody, is talking to him. And I was just like, that's Michael Irvin. You know, it's like, when will I ever have this chance to walk up to Michael Irvin again? But I know that he's probably not happy because of the snub. But I went over, shook his hand, I talked to him for a few minutes and things, and, you know, it was really cool. And asked if he minded if I took a picture with him. So we'll see if he remembers that suit, that pinstripe suit and pinstripe tie that he wore there. And definitely both of us looked a lot younger. But we'll see how it goes. But guys, thank you so much for being part of the Joe B Sports Report. I'm just like literally just running on because I am as excited as can be. But thanks everybody for joining in for our live stream last night. It was off the chain with Law Nation. And guys, it's going to be incredible when we get on this draft trip to have all of these guys, Michael Anthony and DMV, Dallas Cowboys, E2 Blue, Vosh, Ari, everybody is sitting around and we're going to be talking about football, man. It's going to be epic. So guys, I will see you later on today from the Chantilly Show.